Okay, so this is the guide on how to make a simple uniform mod for XCOM2. Open your Modbuddy, click New Mod, Default Mod, name your mod here, click OK, name your mod here again, and description whatever you want. Okay, now it will generate the default scripts, and I'm sorry because my computer is a bit slow, so it takes a bit longer. What it does here is actually generate all the script files you need, but it will also generate some files that you don't need, so we'll clean that up as soon as we get into it. My computer is a bit slow, so what I'll do is I'll pause here and start again when the mod is ready to edit. Okay, so now you can see you have your mod name here. You have 4 folders. For some reason Modbuddy has a bug in it, so it doesn't actually create the content folder. So what you need to do, right click on it, click delete, say yes, then you go up, right click here, click add and folder, and create the content folder again, enter. Okay, in your source file or folder you can see you have 2 folders. The second one, XCOM game, you can delete that without any problems. We won't be needing that for this one. So right click it, click delete, and click OK. Okay, as you can see here now, you have your config folder, XCOM editor ini, or ini, sorry, XCOM engine.ini, XCOM game.ini. This is where we will have to put the ini file to call for the UPK file that we will place in the content folder. What you can do is right click on it, click add, click new item. In here, in the configuration, you will have to type in XCOM content.ini. Okay, and that's more or less what we need to do here for the time being. Ignore the names. This will have the name of your mod. It's kind of important that you remember you cannot use a dash when you name your mod. It will not compile in here in this script. So no dash. You can use underscore, no problem, but no dash. Okay, what we need to do now is go into tools, go into XCOM2 editor. Okay, and now the SDK is loading, but my computer is slow, so I will pause the video until the editor is completely loaded up. Okay, you can see here it will come up with an error. Just click OK and ignore that. Okay, now another error is coming up. Ignore that one too. Okay, this is your content browser. This is where, well, we will be doing all the work we need to do in here. So, okay, what I like to do when I'm starting a new project in here is use a template. because, well, it's just quicker. So we will load up the template. And the template, mine is in here. This is my template for creating new uniforms, meshes for the game. Ignore this. This is because I just created this one for this example. Okay, you can see here, that's the external, that's the UPK file we just loaded in. And you can see in here, if you just click here, you have all the files in the UPK. This is a small one because it's just for one body, head, legs, torso, arms, and right and left arm. I like to use both arms and right and left arm as a template. So if you just have two arms, you won't be able to put decorations on it. So for that you need left and right arm separate. But we're not going to go into that in this video. Your archetypes, that's what Modbuddy uses to call. Oh, I just saw I spelled this wrong. XCOM content. Sorry about that. It might give an error. No. This is, you can see over here the type, arms. Helmet, that's the head. Legs and torso, male and female. They're both different. So you need one for each gender. Materials, that's where you set the material types for your textures, for your meshes. In here is your skeleton mesh, and in here you put your textures. You can do, this is just how I like to sort it, so I know where all the different files are, so I don't have to, as you can see here, it's just, it's not as easy to see where the things are. Okay, now what we do, click run, click new, and your window will come up here. Up here in package, that's, whatever, let's just say your template, no, what's it called? Your mod name here. Up here again in the package, keep it simple. You can use underscore if you want, but yeah, do whatever. This you can just delete. This is just because we loaded the other one. And click OK. Now you can see you have an empty UPK. Just close down that one. This one, don't even think about that one. It's, whatever you want it to be. And the reason I made this template is I just right click. Oh, one step ahead, sorry. Right click, save. Sorry, the language is in Danish. Yeah, I'm from Denmark. You have to save it, and for this example we'll just save it on the desktop. And okay, you can see it's here, your mod name here .upk. Okay, now we can advance. We go into art types again, click the top one, click the bottom one. Well, if you only want the male versions or only want the female versions, you'll just click the M for male or the F for female. But for this example, we'll transfer all of them. You click the top one, hold down Shift and click the bottom one. Right click, create a copy, and here, leave this as it is. Leave this as it is. Up here, your I spelled it wrong. Well, whatever. I'm doing this quick. Your mod name here. And click OK. And after the first OK, you can click OK to all. Sometimes if you just click OK to all at the beginning, it will give you an error. So I found that if you only click OK for the first one, then you can click OK to all for the second one. And you can see now in here we have art types. Do the same for the material. In the material, what you need to know is you can do your own materials by right-clicking and do material or material instance constant. For this example, we are going to use, well, in the material instance constant, and the parent in here is materials approved soldier armor customizable. That's the default armor parent. And as you can see up here, for this video we won't be touching any of this. This is just simple. We only need to, well, focus on the textures, but not yet. But what you can do is copy this one, the same as you did with the art types. Archetypes, sorry. Yeah, I'm mumbling. Mod name here, blah blah blah. Okay. Skeletal meshes. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. But since we won't be transferring this one, you will be transferring your own meshes. I will find one of mine, just, well, to show you an example. Let's see, work in progress. Let's see. This is, well, all the body files for, yeah, sorry. As you can see, these are all the body files needed for the Deadpool I made. I'm guessing you already know how to, well, do all the Blender stuff, but I'll show you what you need to do to export the correct way from Blender. And we just wait a minute. Loading. My computer is quite slow, quite old, so yeah, ignore that. Okay. Yay, Deadpool. Okay. What we will do for this example, we will just, well, export the legs. So I'll click the legs, click the armature, click export .fbx. Okay, this is the important part. Let's see, we will call this import test. Okay. Over here, this is the important part. What you need to do is you click selected objects in the main. In geometries, you keep the first one, apply modifiers. You click tangent space, leave that one on normals, go into armatures, deselect, add leaf bones, and then you click export.fbx. Okay, close down that one again. See, we have the import test file here now, yeah? Back into the SDK. You can, what I normally do, because, well, it's easier, click, drag, make sure that you are in the root of your mod. We don't need that one anymore right now. So you can see all the files, yeah? Import test, pull it into here. You get the import window. Your mod name here, or mod name here. Yeah, my English is very good. In grouping, you will put, I put skeletal meshes and import test. Yeah, we don't need that. Another project. You import a skeletal mesh. If it says static mesh, you export it wrong. Overwrite full name, click OK, and click OK. And as you can see, yay, we now have a pair of legs. Ta-da! Over here is your materials up here, yeah? But right now it's empty because, well, the material is empty, the meshes are empty. So what we will need to do now is import some textures. And they are up here. And let's see. I did actually rename them. Oh, that's good. I don't see the normal. There we go. No, that was not it. Buddy, no. That one. Okay. Yeah, ignore my folder structure here. This one is not organized. So, okay. And go back into your root window. And we pull these in here. That's your differential, your normal, and your mask file, or spectacular file, whatever it's called. I'm guessing you already know how to do those. Okay, grouping, textures, and you can see as I've named this one .msk, that's the mask file. Scroll down here. Sorry. In the LOD group, you go down to character SP. I actually don't know what it says correct in the full window because, well, it's too small. But this is the mask file. Click OK. See, that one is the normal file in RM. So that one, character normal. But on this one, and this one only, you have to choose the compression settings from TC default to TC normal map BC5. Click OK. And now we have the diff file, differential file, or whatever. Diff. And in that one, we click back in the compression setting to TC default, scroll down, and in the LOD group, we choose cinematic. OK. as you can see, now we have the texture files. Again, ignore the naming. Okay, what we do now is we go in here into the materials. And as you can see here, you can name this whatever you want, and you can create as many copies as you want. But we will keep this simple, so double click that one. And you can see diffuse, mask, and normal. And diffuse is .dif, mask, and normal. And you click these. And now we have a texture material. And as you can see here, this is the default textures. That it just means there's no textures. And I only imported the uniform, not, well, the armor kit. So, but you can see here, because the way I set it up in Blender, there's 3 materials, but for this one we will only use 1. You have, if you close that window, whatever, that's your skeletal mesh. Yeah. What you call the skeletal mesh is only up to you, because, well, that's your organization. That's how you want to name your files. Normally, I name my files mobile rename. Here, new name, yeah. I call them sm underscore name of character. For this instance, it's Deadpool. Deadpool underscore legs underscore male. Okay. Open that one. Keep this window open. Go into materials, and I always call my materials or mat underscore whatever. So it's easy to find, well, what we need. So if I remember correct, yeah, I don't remember which material we need on this one. So we'll just, well, activate all 3. You mark that one, go into this window, and you click. Ah, that was the kit. We don't need that. If you click wrong, if you put the wrong one, just click on the square for clear. I remember correct the first time then. Yeah, as you can see now, the legs has textures. Yay! Close that one. Again, this is a test. I'm not going to texture it completely. Okay, now you go into your arts types and you find your male legs. I always call arc underscore name of character underscore legs underscore male or female. But in this example, well, we just call it legs male. Double click that. Now you have this window open. Go back into skeletal mesh. Click the legs, click here. Now you pointed the arts type to that skeletal mesh. If you don't do that, you won't get anything in-game. This is basically what you need to do for all parts of the body you want in. Arms, legs, head, torso, arms separate, whatever. But that's basically it. You right click and you save. It will say that external packages cannot be loaded, yada yada yada, ignore that. It will take a bit of time to start with, because it has to compress the images the first time, the texture files. It compresses it, so the first time you save the image files, it will be a bit slower. It will take a bit longer. Okay, Now it's saved. But one thing that's important to remember is what you called your files in here. So right now we only associated lex mail. So we just have to remember arc_lex_mail. Now we can actually close this one. Well, we don't even need to close it at the moment. Open up Modbuddy again. And in content, you right click, click add an existing item. And we placed it on the desktop. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Your mod name click add. Okay. If you downloaded the template I gave you, you can see here I got the config, I got the content, I got the localization. Double click the content folder, and since we created that file already, click that one. You can close this, no problem. Make sure XCOM content.ini. Save to delete this. And what you need to do now is you copy from this one. You can see this has all the parts you need for the male character. All you need to do to make it a female is, well, rename from gender or equals egender_male. You change that to female. But this is a male. Okay. Since we didn't, well, we can import everything because, well, if you need a full template, well, this is what you have to do. You copy everything and paste it into here. And since we made the legs, scroll down to where it says legs. You can see body part template config part type template name. In here, your let template name.kv. This is important. Remember this. .kv is Kevlar, light plated armor, medium plated armor, heavy plated armor, light powered, medium powered, heavy powered. This is just, well, what I use. You can see here it's using the armor template, Kevlar, light, blah blah blah. In this one we will this is just so it can, well, tell what tier you allow it to. This one we will allow to everyone, so what we will call this, well, fuck it, your template, whatever, this we will call it, well, whatever I called it here. And in here you can see arts type name. This is important. You see your UPK name. Since we made the UPK name as u mod name here, and you see there's a dot, and then it says arc_. Remove that, and this is what we call, as you can see here, arc_lex_n. So yay. That's how you call that one. You need to do this for every part, and in the template it's already set up. Just have to change the template name for let's see, you can screw it. Det pool lex mail. This is the template name, yeah? This is what you need to call in the localization file when we get to that. That's how you name it. But since we did the legs, we don't need to add anything there because, well, the legs can't be named. It's only the arms and the helmets and any decorations, but we're not going to cover decorations in this one. Okay, so now the legs are set up, and then we open in here, go into the localization folder, and we have XCOM game. Go in here, click the localization, XCOM game, delete this, copy everything from this one. Again, everything is set up for what can be named. Paste it in here. And as you can see, your helmet template name here. That's if it was a helmet. And that's up here. And this is where you name it. So if you call this super awesome helmet 1, whatever, that's the template name, and then you need to copy that or write the same thing here. And then when you see the helmet in game, it will be super awesome helmet 1. And that's what you will see instead of helmet and a number. Helmet hat / number, whatever. And you do this, well, for every part. And, well, that's more or less it. Oh yeah, Modbuddy mod preview is, well, right now it's just a black window. So, well, that's where you put the image file for your mod, or the text, or whatever. It's kind of self-explanatory. You can close this. Yeah, see, black, nothing. But if we I never use this. Well, that's basically it. Right now we have the call for the legs as we did in here. So do a save, click yes, close the SDK, click save, and click build. It might give an error because I did it too quick. No. Okay. Now it will compile or build the mod, and you will be able to test it in game. I will be back when it's done building the mod. Okay, you can see now that the build was successful. So close down all your programs, well, the SDK, and load up your, what's it called, mod launcher for XCOM2. And, well, I'm using the alternative mod launcher because, well, I think it's just better. And you can see here, you name your mod here. That's what we call the test one. Activate it. Run XCOM2, and we will just wait until it loads up. I will be right back. Okay, the game is loaded up. Just go into character pool, see if they actually worked. props down to legs, and it should be leg 16. Yep, there we go. As you can see, but yeah, there was a bit of a problem with the textures, as it seems imported the wrong one. But yeah, well, the general idea is there, and as you can see, the things are in here. So yeah, switch this back. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hope this guide helped you, and good luck, have fun.